good day wherever you are. My dad is going to take you through 2011 to 2024 mathematics, topical, and
Analysis.
Here, he will guide you on the topics you must prepare well for 2025 Mathematics Paper 2.
Correct.
Welcome. Kindly share and like. Sharing and liking help our videos to be recommended on YouTube.
Thank you. Mathematical analysis in Kcse topical analysis in Kcse Mathematics Paper 2. We are looking at the year 2011 to 2012. So from here, you can see we have SATs. SATs, we have the topics, Form 3. Remember, for Paper 2, Mathematics, we have topics in Form 3 and topics in Form 4 only. That's where Paper 2 comes from. So here in this table, you will see where we have marks less than 4. So where you see 4, 3, 2, those are the questions set in section 1 of the paper. Where you see 3 plus 10 or 2 plus 10 or 4 plus 10, the 10, it tells you that that topic was set section 1 and section 2. So where you see 10, that is the marks for section 2. Correct. Now let's start with SATs. SATs, it has been settled through from 2011 to 2014, 2015 to 2020, it missed it once again, and 2023, it was not set. 2024, it was not set. Therefore, 2025, it must be there. Binomial expansion. 2011, it has been settled through to 2015. Then expansion missed the 2017, 18 to 19, and it came 2020. Now it has missed from 2021 to 2024. So do you think 2025 is going to miss? No. Here we must have expansion this year. Expand, then use the expansion to solve, for example, 1.9 raised to power whatever. So that one is a must you to revise. Further logarithm, you can see it has been consistently set. So further logarithm, expect a question. Formula and variation. You can see formula and variation, it has never missed. Not even a single here. So you can see here, 2025, you expect formula and variation, 3 marks, section 1, 10 marks, section 2. That one, expect that. Equation of a circle, it was there last year. This year it might miss. It might miss this year. Equation of a circle, it might miss this year. Factor 2 is a must read. You must read factor 2 and be comfortable to answer any question in factors 2. Very now, let's start one. As you can see, all through there is a question in factors. Quadratic equation expression, quadratic. Here you will be asked to solve a quadratic equation using completing square method. That one is a 3 marks, and the 10 marks is the graphs for quadratic graphs. So last year we had 2 marks and 10 from the graphs. Approximation and errors. Last year we did not have any question. 2023 we had 1. So that one can come or may not. That one I cannot assure you because that one may not be there. Trigonometry 2. Trigonometry 2 is not a must. Commercial arithmetic is a must. Commercial arithmetic is a must. This year 2025, you will get a commercial arithmetic. You can see all through we have 10, 4, 10, 10. In fact, here 2012, it had 2 questions with 10 marks. So in a total, at commercial arithmetic had 24 marks. You can imagine that. Even the last one, 2024 here, we had 13 marks from commercial arithmetic. Now let us analyze what was there 2023 and 2024. Commercial arithmetic that was there is for calculating the depreciation, appreciation, and application. We have not done taxation in section 2. The 3 marks, you can see 2023 and 2024, the 3 marks is taxation in section 1. So 2025, we expect taxation in section 2. Taxation in section 2. Correct. I hope you have understood how to do the taxation. Section 2. Codes, tangents, start from 3. You expect 3 marks there. It is a must. There must be a question for codes, tangents, or there must be a question. Sequence and series, last year was not there. This year, probably number 17, you will have sequences and series. 27 this year, most probably you will have sequence. This one is section. I'm talking section 2. Section 2, there must be a question for sequence and series. If you are good at that, then be assured of that. Mixture, you can have a question for mixtures. Last year we had 10 marks mixture. This round you can have 3 marks mixture, section 1. Angle property, it's not a must. Matrices is a paper 1, and that's a purely paper 1. That's why you see all zeros here. It is because it is paper 1. Let us look at form 4 topics and the one you expect. So from here, I'm going to give you 8 topics from which you will get your own 5. In section 2, section 2. Section 2. Matrices, look at form 4 matrices, not even a single here. It has missed. So there must be a question in matrix and transformation. That one is going to be either section A, section 1, sorry. And then that matrices can be section A, 3 marks or 4 marks, to give room for other topics to be set, because it was there last year, 2024. You can see it had 10 marks. Statistics. For the last 2 years, we have not had a 10 marks statistics. We have not had statistics section 2. Section 2. Therefore, be prepared to get a statistics section 2. Either you are given to draw or give and use it. You are told to tabulate the table, calculate the mean, calculate the upper quartile, lower quartile, the quartile deviation, the standard deviation, all those. So that is what we are expecting 2025. Loci, it was not there last year. That is not a must. Trigonometry 3. Trigonometry 3 this year is a must. It has missed. The one that we draw the sine and the cosine, they meet somewhere, and we are going to read those values. The amplitude, I think that one has missed for quite some time. You can see it has not been there from 2022, 2023, 2024. It wasn't there. It was there 2021. So 2025, I assure you, you will have a trigonometry 3 graph. So that one is simple for you to draw. 3 dimension, it was there last year. This year can have 3 marks section 1. So this year I don't promise you 3D in section 2. Okay, it can be there, but I have a strong feeling that we will have 3D question for 3 marks to give room for these other topics which has not been set for quite some time, like longitude and latitude. Longitude and latitude has not been set the 10 marks question. Let us check. From 2021 to 2024, no 10 marks question for longitude and latitude has been set. So expect section 2, longitude and latitude, a question for 10 marks. So if you are good in longitude and latitude, there the opportunity comes. Linear programming is a common question. If you are good at linear programming, also prepare for one. Differentiation is purely paper 1. Area approximation, that's paper 1. Integration will not miss. It has not missed recently, so therefore you can have a question 10 marks for, because it was not there last year. 2023 it was there. So this year we can have integration 10 marks question, right? So take your pen. Let me give you the topics that you are supposed to work on seriously. So number 1, integration. That's form 4. Number 2, I want to give you longitude and latitude. Number 3, in form 4, I want to give you statistics. And number 4, in form 4, I want to give you trigonometry 3. So these are 4 topics in form 4, and then and that is form 4. Those that I feel strongly that you will not miss this year: integration, longitude, statistics, and trigonometry 3, the one that we draw the sine and the cosine graphs, right? Then form 3, these are 4 already. I want to give you 8, from which if you miss 5 for your own, utakuja hapa hivi uniambia. That's form 3. Form 3, I want to give you probability. Probability is common. Factors 2. Then I told you sequence and series. Sequence and series. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one is the commercial arithmetic. So I have given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So prepare well. Integration, longitude and latitude, statistics 2, trigonometry 3, probability, factor 2, commercial arithmetic, and sequence and series. Out of those 8, you will have your own 5. So if you practice those 8, then you will have your own 5 to work on. Yeah, you will have the opportunity to choose from whichever that you think is okay with you. Thank you. Share, like we said, to help us the video to be recommended. Some people, I don't know why they don't want to share, even comment, but it's okay. Welcome, wherever you are, my students, my colleague teachers, and everybody interested in chemistry. We want to look at chemistry paper 3 and the importance of chemistry paper 3 in your overall performance. Organic analysis entails the study of cations and anions. Anions are negatively charged ions, while cations are positively charged ions. Now, I know the first thing you need to know is the reagents that I used here. The most basic reagents that we use is sodium hydroxide, ammonia solution. We have the barium nitrate. We have the lead nitrate. We have the sodium sulfate. We have the barium chloride. We have acidified potassium permanganate. Acidified potassium permanganate. We have acidified potassium dichromate. So this one, I used the potassium dichromate. This is 4. And then we have potassium iodide and many other. So these are the basics that we use there. These are the most common reagents that are used when we are talking about inorganic analysis. So I want to take you through questions where we have observation, and then we will be able to understand what you are expected. But for you to really understand the qualitative analysis in organic, there is something you need to understand. I want to send you to Form 2 and study what we call solubility of salts. When you study this, you will be told that all solvates are soluble except. So this except, it accepts what? Calcium sulfate, barium sulfate, and lead sulfate. So these three, they form a white PPT. And this is the chemistry, this is where the chemistry of qualitative analysis begins. You know from there that all carbonates are insoluble except the carbonates of sodium, the carbonate of potassium, and the carbonate of ammonium. Ammonium carbonate is soluble. So all chlorides are soluble except lead chloride and silver chloride. So this is the chemistry that you need to understand in Form 2 so that you can be able to do well in qualitative analysis in organic side. So let's jump into the questions that I want us to do today. So I have given you the observation. So we are going to go through the questions and then we will be able to do step by step and see where students go wrong. Where do they go wrong? So we will check that together. Qualitative analysis. You are provided with solid E. Carry out the test below. Write your observation and inferences in the spaces provided. Place about 1/3 of solid E in a clean dry test tube and heat it strongly. Observation. So when you heat, this is a common, and even this here, you will find a question that it will ask you to heat the solid, right? So then what is observed? A colorless liquid form is formed at the cooler parts of the test tube. What is it that the students will write and not score in this observation? If you write a colorless solution, you will not score. It must be a colorless liquid. You do not know which liquid is that. Therefore, write a colorless liquid is formed. Leave alone other things. Just master that when you heat anything in a test tube, there is water that is formed at the top of the mouth, at the mouth of the test tube. That one is a colorless liquid. So whenever a colorless liquid is formed, then you know very well that it means that that salt is hydrated. It contains water of crystallization. So just write hydrated salt. Or you can say solid E is hydrated. Or you can say solid E contains water of crystallization. Any of them works perfectly. Then another observation is that a white residue is formed. So white residue is formed. We have so many white residues, so you don't need to bother about that. Solid melt into a colorless liquid. So if it melts into a colorless liquid, it means that it has changed from the solid to a liquid state. If you can simply write here if you want, but you can leave it that way. So this one simply means that the change of state, that is solid to liquid. It has changed from the solid to liquid. There's no big deal there. Now, place the remaining solid E in a boiling tube. Add about 10 centimeters of distilled water. Shake the mixture thoroughly for about 1 minute. Filter and divide the filtrate into 4 portions. So it means this salt was not entirely soluble in water. So because it is forming, it means it is a mixture of soluble and insoluble substance or solid or salt. So what are the observations? A colorless filtrate. When you filtered, there was a colorless filtrate. If there is a colorless filtrate, then it means the colored ions are absent. Kcse. So it means Cu 2 positive, F for ion, and ion 3 are absent. That is why we have colorless filtrate. If the filtrate is colorless, then it means copper, which is blue, is absent. Ion 2, which is green, absent. Ion 3, brown, absent. That's what it means. A white residue. So for that residue, white residue, you don't bother, but it means that the salt was partially soluble. So this one you can simply write partially soluble. So it means it dissolves partially and not completely. That's why we have the residue. Then after that, now we have our filtrate. We have our filtrate to the first portion, and we have been asked to divide the filter and divide the filtrate into 4 portions. So the filtrate we obtained, we are going to divide it into 4 portions. Now to the first portion, add 3 drops of methyl orange indicator. So the observation is that the methyl orange indicator changes to yellow. So when methyl, now this is where the chemistry in Form 1 theory is required. Actually, for you to do well in practical, you need to have a lot of theory in your head. You need to have read properly. Like this one now, this is Form 1 acids and bases. You know that what is it, an acid that changes methyl orange indicator to yellow, or it is a base? So it is a base. So it means here it was a base that was present. So if you write basic present, basic or alkaline, of course we know that for it to change to yellow, it is either base or you say alkaline solution present.